Good evening again, ladies. So, this week's theme of friendship with Jesus, which then spills over into significant friendships with others, and then draws us back into deeper relationship with Jesus. The first thing that came to my mind was really that series, The Chosen. There are lots of good things about that series. There's some things that maybe aren't quite so good, but it's a marvelous series. And one of the things that I think they do extremely well in that series is depict the friendship between Jesus and his disciples and the friendships that grow up among the disciples as they are gathered around Jesus. And it's a very honest presentation of the good, the bad, and the ugly of being in close and intimate relationship. But in terms of scripture, where this week took me was John 13. This is the very beginning of that long, last conversation that Jesus has with his disciples before he is arrested and suffers and dies. And right towards the end of chapter 13 of John's gospel, after Jesus has washed their feet, after he has said, one of you is going to betray me, then he says these words, beginning in verse 31 of John 13. When he had gone out, Jesus said, "Now the Son of Man has been glorified, and God has been glorified in him. If God has been glorified in him, God will also glorify him in himself and will glorify him at once." Now listen to what's on Jesus' heart here. "Little children, I am with you only a little while longer. You will look for me. And as I said to the Jews, so now I say to you, where I am going, you cannot come. I give you a new commandment, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also should love one another." And here's the kicker. By this, that is by the way you love one another, everyone will know that you are my disciples if you have love for one another. Think about what Jesus is saying. It's exactly what this chapter has been dealing with. As you are connected with me, and he's going to use that metaphor of the vine in chapter 15, as you are in a love relationship with me, as you have received and experienced my love, now share that with each other. Let it be the mutual characteristic of your life together. Jesus says, just as I have loved you. Well, that's worth some thought this week. How is it that Jesus loved us? In that way, he says, you should also love one another. Tax collectors and zealots, betrayers and faithful friends, deniers and those who stick with him. He says this to all of them. Love one another. And he says, by this, no other thing will say to the world, these are the people of Jesus, better than this. This is how we accomplish the mission of the church, through our love for one another. And it's in the context of that love and that deepening intimacy that we are formed into the image and likeness of Jesus. We need each other. And Jesus says, don't ever forget it. So as you're thinking about success in the biblical terms, remember, we're not meant to do this alone. We are meant to do this in community with other followers of Jesus. And if you find yourself not in a small community, a small band that cares for your soul, that watches out for your well-being, then I hope you'll reach out to me, because we all need that kind of context. Whether you call it a band or something else, we need that. So God bless you, sisters, as you continue to deepen in your friendship with Jesus and with each other.